Hi guys. Hi Rob. Welcome back to TNT. Rob, before we even say it, we got to do our ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Ready?
We're not together on that, but TNT bringing the information.
All I can hear is the wind outside.
That's right. We've changed it up a little bit, realizing Rob and I are going to continue to bring you market information that's going to be valuable to you for sure. But we're also realizing that there are a lot of people, this quarantine is going on further and further, and there's some real challenges families are facing. So on behalf of that, and we've got a special week this week, Rob, what's our week this week?
Well, we wanted to kind of honor, I think this week, Children's Mental Health Week, which just started. And I thought a great way to do that would be to bring in Laura. She's an educational assistant with the school board. So Laura, maybe just introduce yourself a little bit. That would be great.
Hi guys! I'm so excited to be a part of this YouTube video. I'm an educational assistant. I just want to preface by saying whatever you're doing for your kids at home is totally right. You're trying to handle it the best you can in stride and do what's right for you. I have some advice and some links, but ultimately the choice is yours and you choose what is best for you and your children.
That's a fantastic thing to start with because there's so much pressure, right? We already had a lot of these parents, when I talk to them, they have full-time jobs already, and now they have to add this on. There's no extra space. So there's a lot of self-deprecating things going on with parents, and I think they need to just, like you say, just go with the flow. And hopefully this helps.
Well, definitely. And being one of those parents, you certainly know what it's like when you have somebody here at home. You got to feed them lunch, you got to feed them breakfast, you're still doing dinner, you're doing homework now online, which is definitely been a challenge because we're not teachers, right? So yeah, this will definitely be a helpful tool for everyone to use.
So one of the things, Laura, I want to ask you, and because it is Children's Mental Health Week, there are a lot of people who have diagnosed children who are on the spectrum, as we will say, and they're having their own challenges. So what is out there to help the kids and parents struggle with this?
Yeah, it's been really hard, especially for the students to get used to their new routines at home. And that's something I really want to encourage people to do is try to keep with a routine. When you have someone that may have challenges or in the special ed program, you want to try to stay with a routine as much as possible. And that's hard to do when parents are working from home. We have some parents that are waking up at 6:30 a.m. and teaching their kids 6:30 to 7:30, and then their next kid 7:30 to 8:30, and then they start work, and then the next child in the evening. So you have to do whatever is best for your family and your schedule. What I have here is I've prepared a lot of resources that we're going to link below in the video. And they just have to do with different worksheets that you're able to do, which we could talk about a little bit later. So one is routine. Two is do not stress yourself out or your children out because you're trying your best and they are very bored at home. And we're trying to find activities to keep them busy. Now the nice weather is here, so there'll be more to do. And really use those resources that I link below to your advantage and try Pinterest activities, stuff like that, just to try to keep their learning going. And then the third thing is making sure that you're taking care of yourself as a parent. You're juggling work, you're juggling a teacher hat now, you're trying to juggle, maybe even trying to be an EA at home. It's a lot for you and you can feel drained really easily. So make sure you take care of yourself first. And that way your kids can feed off of your positive energy.
I love that. That works for everyone at home with a child, right? Trying to get through this.
Right.
With the resources, and I thank you so much for providing those because everyone's going to love to click on those. What are some of the most popular things or the easiest things that parents can do? Are there anything simple that you could give them as a tip, as an activity?
Yes, for sure. We have a lot of things that we can do that the teachers are putting out there. I see teachers working really hard on their Google Classroom to work with materials that everybody can have at home. So try following whatever your teacher advises, as well as websites, different forums, and it helps to be in a part of the group if you have a child with challenges and you know another parent and you want to start a group and just share some ideas. That's a great idea. Social media can really work to your advantage during this time. Some of the other stuff that I have up here is it's a network and it's a resource to support parents with health and phys ed at home. And it actually goes through mindfulness and physical activity. And then another one that we have more geared to education is called The Measured Mom. And it's 500 plus free printable activities.
Wow.
It covers reading, writing, math. An example is early reading, sight, words, sound, printables, as well as reading comp printables. So you can basically print anything you want from this website for free.
That's amazing.
Your board website, whatever school your child attends, the board website does have a lot of information, especially under special education. You just click the link and then it'll pop up with different icons of what you want to focus on: COVID-19 resources, literacy, math, social stories, etc.
That's amazing. You brought up something that really triggered me because you were talking about mindfulness activities. And I've always said that in the school system, I don't think we spend nearly enough time on teaching kids about mindset and, you know, how that's kind of the foundation of everything. Do you see that there's more of that being offered now in this format?
Yes, we're seeing a lot of mental health resources being used in the schools. We have great rooms that can even support that, such as like a sensory room, or even quiet spaces that can help support that physically in the schools. And then when you're at home, there's a lot of resources that the school board can offer online to you, as well as I have a fun YouTube channel for these little kids. So it's actually called Cosmic Kids on YouTube, and it's a mixture of yoga, mindfulness, relaxation, and it's designed to be interactive, exciting stories, but you're using all of those yoga skills to get through that.
Amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
That link on here, right?
Yes, I will link that for you guys, no problem.
Bless is doing it tomorrow.
Yeah. Who's with me? I'm doing Cosmic Kids.
You start somewhere.
I think that is so important, and I really hope that that will follow forward, right? I think during this time, people are really realizing how important that is, right? Mindset and where you are from that kind of centering basis. So that's an amazing resource. I love that.
It's a great thing just for the parents to even do with the kids. It's a great way to start, because I know a lot of parents, it's the same thing. You get sidetracked with your everyday life and you get busy here, you get busy at work, you get busy with meals. So why not join into it and do it with them, right? Like, what a fantastic way to do it. I'm sure Laura would agree with that too, right?
Yeah, it's a great way to interact. And if you don't have the capabilities at home and you do have someone with special education in your home, another great resource that we're using is a website called autismspeaks.ca, and Samsung has paired up with them to give out 1,000 tablets. You have to apply for the tablet, but you may have a chance at getting one so that you can participate in some of these online activities.
Amazing. And you were talking about this a bit off camera, and that was one of them. What are some other incentives that I had no idea were even out there until you brought them up? Tell us about those.
So some other different incentives that we have for special ed or non-special ed is eligible parents can receive a payment up to $200 for children ages 0 to 12. And that's through ontario.ca, and special ed children can receive $250 for children 0 to 21 with special needs to help them with books, educational apps, subscription services, if you want to put it towards a tablet, etc. And then also on that website, when we're talking about mental health, they have a Find a Mental Health Agency near you. You just pop in your postal code and you put in mental health, and it will populate you with different mental health agencies that you can gain resources or supports from.
That's amazing.
There's so much stuff out there. People just aren't aware of it. No, it's great.
Yeah. How do people find this if they don't have someone like a forum like this where you could tell us where would they find this kind of stuff?
I honestly just found it through a lot of research. I've been doing research for the last couple of days, and Ontario.ca, I wanted to look for something that was specific to Ontario for your YouTube channel. So if you're watching this from another province, maybe you want to look up your province's website and see what they're offering to you.
Mm-hmm.
And also your board website, wherever you're going, you have to click into links to find this next link, and then you'll be able to kind of puzzle piece it all together.
That's amazing. Now we're gonna provide all those links on this for them, right?
Yes, we will.
Fantastic. So informative. Any questions?
Anything else you want to add there, Laura? Anything else we should maybe know or find out?
If you're looking for other websites just for education purposes, we have another website. It's called education.com, and it's preschool to grade 5. And there are not only worksheets on there. If your kids do not like worksheets, there's actually games. And one of the games I was able to find was money management, and you actually shop through a virtual store. You go grocery shopping, and when you're doing that, it teaches you a little bit about money management. So if worksheets aren't for you, you have other resources on the web that you can use. And if you're struggling with Wi-Fi, like we are at my house, everyone's trying to get on the Wi-Fi at once. There are other resources that you can pick up from the dollar store. So maybe you want to pick up a whiteboard, and you can print on their letters, and they can trace over those letters. Another skill would be emergency services. Pick up a fake phone from the dollar store, an old cell phone, and they can learn about emergency services like dialing 911 for a fire. Those are some of the topics that they're covering, as well as there's another website that I just want to quickly go over. It's called brainpop.com, and you can find a social story on there. This is great for the special ed department to help explain what COVID is, and there's different quizzes, videos, social stories, fun stuff that kids can learn about COVID-19, because it's a very confusing time for them.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It is so true. You know, I was on a call with something to do with work, but the speaker had a young daughter, and she said, you know, Daddy, did you go through this when you were 8? And he said, no, but I'm going through it now. And I know how you feel. And she said, no, you don't. She said, you never did it when you were 8. And it just brought to mind that there really are different views, right? Like as an adult, we have very different views than a child. And that's amazing. So it's Brain Pop?
Yes, brainpop.com. And I'll be sure to link the specific COVID-19 one so that parents can use it.
Excellent. You have given us like a wealth of information, Laura. I can't thank you enough. And all of the listeners are going to be like so grateful to you as well. So thank you so much for coming on.
Definitely. Thank you. It was definitely a lot of information, and the links are definitely going to be helpful. So we appreciate it.
Thanks.
That's great. We may see Laura again, but for today, we thank you so very much, and we'll make sure we get that out to everybody. And I know you've done a good thing for people today, Laura. So thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Are you going to do our TNT with us?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. TNT out. Have a great day, everybody.